Okay, here I am, 4 days in, 4 days into 2026. I have not chosen a word theme for the year. I have not made any resolutions. I have not written down any goals, planned out my first quarter. I have not even touched a vision board. And all of these things are things that I love to do. I have not attended any New Year's sessions with any of the mentors and coaches that I like to follow that often do like big January 1st extravaganzas. I haven't done any of that. And I usually do. I usually have fun creating new stuff in the new year. And um, even though I haven't done that, and in spite what is happening in the world, um, I'm almost embarrassed to admit that I'm feeling very optimistic about 2026. Uh, and yeah, I'm hesitant to say that because Um, it seems like we should all be feeling the opposite of that. Um, I feel myself filled with hope. I feel myself filled with opportunity, possibilities. I look at people that I know and people that I don't know, and I see some of the things that they're doing in the world, and they're so filled with love, and there's so many good things that people are doing for themselves and in and amongst themselves that it gives me hope. And this is my 60th year, and I feel something really, really magical about that number. I'm going to be talking about that a lot, being your Gen X big sister. Um, and being, the eldest one among the eldest of the Gen Xers. And I feel like there's something really magical that's in the air for this year. Um, in in spite of not doing my usual routines, and in spite of not really, I don't really have any evidence for why I feel this way. So maybe this is what the more religious people call faith. Um, it feels like faith. It feels like a strong faith that we are going to be taken care of, and that personally I have some good things that are going to come this year. So all that to say, what do you do to launch your new year? Because I'm a firm believer in doing not what I've been doing, which is nothing. I'm a firm believer in taking action, and I know that I will at some point, and I will do it sooner than later. I definitely want to redo my digital vision board. I think I might invite some people on Threads to come join me for that, because I have sort of a different approach to how I do vision boarding. Um, it's not just about picking, images and putting them on a screen or printing them up, putting them in a frame. It's about how do you manifest those things? How do you make it part of your day to day? How do you really embrace the vision and feel it on a cellular level? So I have some ways that I do that for myself. Um, so I am excited to do that again. And I do have a hibernation retreat scheduled starting on this upcoming Friday. And I'll be there for a little over 2 weeks. Um, we're in the height of winter time, but I'm going to be staying in a very beautiful, comfortable location. And I plan to do a lot of work, a lot of writing, a lot of creating, a lot of planning, a lot of thinking, um, So I'm looking forward to doing that. Um, I'm curious for you, how, like, did you pick a word of the year? That seems to be like a big thing these days, is picking a word. Drop a comment. What's your word for the year? And based on what you know about me so far, what do you think my word, what should my word for the year be? I have not thought about it. Um, but I have a lot of things coming up that I am looking forward to. And if you are interested in participating in a virtual vision board extravaganza, where I put together sort of my digital vision board, and you do it, we all do it together live. And there's something powerful when you get a group of women together supporting themselves and rooting each other out for their goals and their visions and things that they want to do for the year. It's really, really, really magical. So let me know if that is that you would like to join, and I'll make sure that I send you the invitation. I drop a link here in this video, but I don't have it organized yet. So so 4 days into the new year, and it's just all been about like rest and relaxation for me, getting over my Christmas cold, and just, figuring out where my hibernation retreat was going to be. And so now that that has been all figured out, now I can move on to maybe being a little bit more productive. So in the comments, I'm asking for lots of things here. I'm asking for, what's your word of the year? What do you think my word of the year should be? Are you interested in vision boarding with me? And any other beginning of the year traditions that you have, that you believe in, that help you sort of get grounded and set up your year for success and happiness and fulfillment and all the good things. So can't wait to hear from you. Thanks. I'm almost embarrassed to admit that I'm feeling very optimistic about 2026. I look at people that I know and people that I don't know, and I see some of the things that they're doing in the world, and they're so filled with love, and there's so many good things that people are doing for themselves and in and amongst themselves, that it gives me hope. I feel like there's something really magical that's in the air for this year. It's about, how do you manifest those things? How do you make it part of your day to day? How do you really embrace the vision and feel it on a cellular level? And there's something powerful when you get a group of women together supporting themselves and rooting each other out for their goals and their visions and things that they want to do for the year.